All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Solana family. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, showing tremendous amount of love. I apologize I was unable to give you guys an update yesterday because, I had something going on, so I was unable to make all these updates, but, we're back. I barely miss any of these Solana updates, but today's a very interesting one. Of course, if you're looking across the board, pretty much starting Monday, you did see, the overall market going into the green, and pretty much it's holding on as we are going into Tuesday morning. Of course, tomorrow, which of course today now, it's already past midnight here in North America, we are seeing the Donald Trump and, Kamala Harris debate, which has a lot of people excited. So could that also be a trigger a factor behind the move that we're seeing within altcoins? Let me know in the comments down below. But looking at the broader market, of course, a lot of green. Solana up 4.5% over the past 24 hours in USD comparative. Price of Sol is currently sitting at $134.35, also up 0.7% in Bitcoin comparative if you focus on the BTC comparative side of things. Lagging in Bitcoin comparative a little bit because, dominance index picked up traction once again, so we know what happens when that happens. But anyhow, let's take a look at the market cap. The market cap is at $62.7 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 2.8 billion. Not bad at all. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So look at the total value locked: $4.75 billion. So pretty much holding quite strong at that level. Of course, a lot of protocols are being impacted. We're seeing record high amounts of volatility recently. And again, that is going to have an impact on, the DeFi sector. But still holding good in my books. Obviously, everyone has their own ways of looking at things, but I think it's holding really good in a grand scheme of things, especially when we consider what's happening with the broader market. But Solana once again outperforms Ethereum during a market-wide recovery. Solana ETH pair is up 1.38% in the last 24 hours. And again, is this even a question? It's pretty much outpacing, Ethereum, not even in just the ETH comparative, even in USD comparative, Bitcoin comparative. So pretty much, if you're looking at it from the last 12 months, if you accumulated Sol, against ETH, you have seen Solana outpace Ethereum massively by a massive margin, and there's no question about that. So Magic Eden led the NFT marketplaces with 56 million in annual revenue, surpassing all competitors combined. 71% came from the Bitcoin ordinals, excluding Runes and BRC20, and 27% was driven by Solana. Very interesting. But this is the interesting thing that I want you guys to look at. Despite the market downtrend, Solana is the only digital asset seeing inflows for the second straight week. During last week's dry market, Solana saw a 6.2 million inflows, while Bitcoin had a negative 643 million in outflows, and Ethereum at almost 100 million. What does this tell us? Is this ringing a bell? Is this giving us a little bit of a sign? We've been talking about, Solana has been outpacing, and it's one of the best if you, combine the DeFi portion, not just the native token itself. If you're including the ecosystem, it has to be the best performing assets in my books. Let me know in the comments, unless you think otherwise. Of course, you can come out and say, some other coins outpaced in terms of percentage, much better than Solana. But I'm talking in the broader angle. We're talking about the DeFi sector as well, not just the native token. It has, expanded so much. And, people are thinking now that, the next leg up could potentially be starting. We're entering Q4, which arguably is the most exciting time, especially in a bull market. Could that really be a huge catalyst behind these massive inflows that we're seeing right now? Of course, elections coming, it could go either way. I think if it goes certain way, we will see the market actually correcting quite a bit. And we might not see this market cycle going into 2025. So that's why it's very, very important to see what happens in November. Do let me know your personal thoughts down below regarding that. But let's take a look at what's happening with Bitcoin dominance and pull out the charts, talk about all that good stuff. So dominance picked up quite fast. And again, spoke about this in my other updates. If you do watch those, great, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We saw the dominance falling quite sharply, but as the price of Bitcoin made a recovery, you did see the dominance moving up very quick. And it's not just moving up very quick, it's about to retest new yearly highs once again. As far as Bitcoin's price is concerned, let's get rid of this. Bitcoin did actually end up retesting the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Obviously, we saw a little bit of a rejection, but you do need to see the price of Bitcoin to re-enter back into the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, especially above 64K, before we can start thinking, whether or not this is a recovery. My personal projection, I did mention this, I think, in my Caspa update or Internet Computer. I'm not sure which one. I spoke about the fact that I personally think that, Bitcoin could start, like once the FOMC meeting is done, I think we could start rallying towards obviously Q4 going into, the US elections in November. Maybe the Sell the News event can take place, but depending on how, the elections go, who wins, who loses, I think that can have a major impact on the market. Let me know if you think that is something that could end up happening. Now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look at what's happening with Sol. So Sol back in the 0.50 fib zone. Obviously, you see this green candle formation. Now, as the price is trying to break out, obviously we do have some key resistance. But, pretty much the target, honestly, for, Solana itself is around $150. I pretty much look at that main target right now. It's only a move of about 11% too. So it's not a major move. And believe it or not, if Bitcoin is able to push back above that 64K range, I would not be surprised Sol making its way and start retesting August 26th levels that we did see, where we saw the 38.2 fib retested, but never actually managed to cross back above that $166 key resistance. And again, we know the importance of these levels, but so far so good. Again, if you picked up Sol at the $119 price point, you are up about 14%. I know some people are probably excited. Yeah, I timed the market perfectly, but I think it's just a little too early to have it be having a little bit of an excitement within the markets as of now, because of course there's a lot of catalyst to it. This is not the first time. We literally saw this happen 2 different times in August, and this could be a 3rd time. And look, the market pretty much tumbled back towards levels we haven't seen since August. So these are some factors that we need to keep in mind. Of course, Q4 is coming, usually does tend to be really bullish for the space, and I think that could play a major role, maybe bring some confidence from whales, institutions, retail, but there's a lot of other external factors that have an impact on crypto as well. But I want to know from the Sol family, when do you think Solana hits an all-time high? Could Solana actually end up hitting an all-time high this year? And again, if you want to put this into perspective, it's still almost a double move from where it is. So in order for Solana to hit an all-time high, it's still a 93.68% move. So if you look at it from that point of view, if you're confident, if you've done your due diligence research and have invested what you can afford to lose, and even if you think the all-time high could be retested, that itself is double from where the price is at now. But of course, we're going to take it one step at a time. Do let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.